Well, I hope you're enjoying my regular gardening slot here on that'sfarming.com, and thank you for all your questions. One of the questions we had was from Mary in Balmullet, and Mary was asking how to turn her pink hydrangeas to blue. And it's quite simple. Many hydrangeas, particularly on limey soil, can be pink in flower. So to change them to that lovely rich deep purple or blue, you simply add some hydrangea colorant. So it's a crystal, you simply sprinkle it around the base of the hydrangea plant, the rain will wash it in, and within a couple of weeks your pink hydrangeas will change to purple or blue in colour. If you put this on once a year, it'll keep them that lovely rich deep blue colour right through the summer, and now is the perfect time to do it. We also had a question in from James in relation to carrot root fly. So James has some carrots planted in the garden soil at the moment and is worried about an invasion of carrot root fly, which generally attacks carrots at this vulnerable stage. There's a couple of ways of doing it organically. First of all, you can cover the carrot crop with EnviroMesh. This is a special netting that keeps the carrot root fly from physically getting at the plants. Because it's white, it lets light and moisture in, but it creates a physical barrier that stops the carrot root fly from attacking the plants. You can also use the organic root fly control treatment. This is very effective at controlling both carrot root fly and cabbage root fly. And again, you simply apply it onto the foliage of your carrot crop, and again, that prevents the carrot root fly from doing any damage. You can also sow the resistant variety called Resistifly, which is a variety of carrot from Sutton seed. You simply sow the seed now, and it's a variety that is resistant to carrot root fly. So there's three simple ways of keeping your carrots protected from the dreaded carrot root fly. The third question comes in from Margaret, and Margaret is wondering about protecting her plants in an organic way against the dreaded slugs and green fly. And the two treatments I find very effective. One is the Hygeia slug pellet. It looks like a traditional slug pellet, it's blue in colour, but it's got iron and phosphorus as the active ingredients, which are very effective at killing both slugs and snails, but safe in the garden, particularly when you have pets and children and wildlife in your garden. Remember to use the Hygeia little and often, and ideally you should apply the pellet in the evening time before the slugs come out. And that's suitable for using on your flowers and vegetables. To keep green fly and caterpillars, I recommend the Hygeia Bug Treatment. It's a bug spray. You simply spray it onto the foliage of both edible plants and flowering plants, and that will keep them controlled in an organic way. If you've got pests in the garden that eat your plants, like hares and rabbits and pigeons, you can use the grazers treatment. Again, you simply mix it in water, apply it onto your edible plants or your flowering plants, and grazers helps to keep the pests off the plants in an organic fashion. So Hygeia, the bug spray treatment, and the grazers are a great way of keeping your plants safe in an organic fashion. Our fourth question comes in relation to cauliflower and cabbage plants, and in particular how to prevent caterpillars attacking them. So what I find effective is sowing nasturtium seeds in another area of the garden, and caterpillars prefer nasturtiums to your cauliflower. So if you simply sow this flowering plant in a corner of the garden, the white butterfly will lay its eggs on the nasturtium without laying them on your favourite brassicas, your cauliflowers, Brussels sprouts and cabbage. So sow some nasturtiums in the garden and the caterpillars will be attracted to that. Alternatively, you can use the EnviroMesh netting as well to keep caterpillars off your favourite vegetables. And finally, and probably the most common question I'm asked at this time of year, is in relation to mare's tail or horse's tail weed. This is a very persistent perennial weed that many of you will have in your garden at this time of year, but now is the time to take control of it. There's no point digging it out because any portion of the root that's left behind just regrows again. The treatment I find effective is the SBK brushwood killer. You simply mix it with water in a watering can or sprayer and apply it onto the foliage of the mare's tail, and it will kill it overnight. You will need to repeat in midsummer and possibly next year again to eventually eradicate the mare's tail out of the garden. The other treatment you can use is one called Dicofar. We normally use this on lawns to prevent weeds, but it's also very effective at killing mare's tail and horse's tail in the garden. So now is the time to put all my tips into use this summer.